There we go. Man, is that fun. It's been a long time since we've got on a good spinnerbait bite. Oh man, did he hammer this thing. Did he hammer it? There we go. Get in here, buddy. Oh, that is fun. Hey, welcome to Hook and Hunt TV. Today, I'm hoping we can show you a couple really cool spinnerbait tricks when you're faced with clear water with a lot of grass. Don't miss this episode. I think you're really gonna like it.
I'm going back to my hometown, hang around with my friends. I'm going back, stomping grounds where the party never ends. I'm going back, southern land, baby, it's good to be back home. Well, I finally got myself back on track. I'm going back, yeah, I'm going back. Woo! I've traveled so far, and I've been guided by southwestern stars, searching for a different way, just to make it through these.
Another one of Jim Crowley custom-made spinnerbaits. I like them, Jimmy. Keep them coming.
And you're catching fish like that, no wonder you like them.
No kidding.
Nice job, dude.
Nice spinnerbait.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Chomped it.
He did.
Chomped it. Watch him eat it. That is cool. And you can watch him eat it. Come here, you. Look at that. Get in here. He got the regular hook, the trailer hook. That is good. That is good. Nice. This is not your typical spinnerbait day. This is calm. Front just went by. But here's one of the things I did. I downsized and I made this spinnerbait just this way. This is just a Lure Parts Online spinnerbait and I put the blades on it. I wanted a bait that I could get a lot of thump out of, but make it a small, compact package. So I went with a 3/8 ounce head. And then I went with a small Colorado and a small Indiana blade. That's kind of a strange combination, small blades for a big bait like that, but we're fishing deeper weed lines in clear water. So we can run that bait right over the top, sometimes just drop it in the weeds. As I was bringing that bait back up, I watched that bass just come up right behind it and inhale it. They're sitting down on those deeper weed lines. And this is really cool. That's one thing I love about making your own baits is we fished this lake before and the water's really clear, but I wanted to see if we could get a really good spinnerbait bite. And making that bait heavier with small blades, I can cast it farther in this clear water. I can let it sink deeper. All the right things you need to do if you're going to throw a spinnerbait. So far, it's working pretty good. It's really cool. There he is. Look at that. You wouldn't think in that clear water that eat a spinnerbait that good. But when you adjust your depth, and I'll tell you what, Kirk actually figured this one out. I'm going to show you guys something. Usually when I'm throwing a spinnerbait, when I want some thump on it, I will bend the arm out. It will do two things. It will give the bait more vibration and it has more area to open up to the hook. But what I did, one thing I forgot to mention for you before, what I did is I cut these arms a little bit shorter. So now when I bend them down, the arm never covers the hook. It's just the blade that covers over the top of it. Well, by bending this down, it runs through the grass better and I still get a lot of thump, and you're still getting, like I said, a lot of vibration off that. I'm adding the trailer hook on the back, but that little tweak right there is really doing it. These fish are up chasing shad. We're seeing them on the graph actually, and so now we're just basically matching the hatch, and they are eating it. That's fun. That's fun. Oh, he came out and grabbed it. You know, when they do that, that's why you have another rod rigged. Oh, Tokyo rig here. See if he... Sure he did. Right there. Always have a follow-up, my friends. Always have a follow-up. He wasn't big. I just didn't want to go by there and have him miss. There you go. Yeah, did not. He's not big, but when he gave himself away, you had to throw something else back in there. That's fantastic. This segment of Hook and Hunt TV is brought to you by Covercraft, car covers, seat covers, sunscreens, floor mats. Covercraft, protection for whatever you drive. Oh, that's a big fish there, buddy. Man, did he hammer that thing. Wow, was that cool. Oh, man. Ah, that's a heartbreaker. There he is. Oh, we got it. All right. And just that little flutter, man, that's what it took to get him to come back and grab that. And look at that, he grabbed the trailer hook. He grabbed the trailer hook. Isn't that cool? 3 casts back there after he blew up on it. And just, that's why rarely ever make a straight retrieve on a spinnerbait, especially if you're throwing back at a fish that missed your bait. Always make that bait do something different. What I was doing there was pulling a rod and flaring those blades. Right as it got to the weeds, he grabbed it. Whenever possible in clear water, make that spinnerbait do something different. You don't want them seeing the whole bait. All you want them seeing is a silhouette. By making it jerk, fall, that's exactly what they're seeing. They're just seeing a silhouette. That's what gets you bit. This is a blue shad skirt, and you can get all this stuff from Lure Parts online. And this is a 3/8 ounce head. And I had them make it with a VMC hook. Now you can have them, you can go to the custom department and have them make any size lure that you want with any hook you want, if that's what you want. And they also come with stock hooks. But so this is a 3/0 VMC in the back of this with a 2/0 VMC trailer hook on here. I took a small Colorado blade, like a number 3 in the front, and I took a number 3 Indiana blade. I wanted small blades. I cut the wire shorter so it would not impede the hook at all. And with these small blades and that heavy head, I could make really far casts and clear water, and I could flutter the bait really easily. And that's how a lot of the strikes were coming. We started catching some of the fish on deeper weed lines, but as we saw bait starting to move up shallow, then we started getting back in pockets and back in the creek, and that's when we really started catching the bigger fish. Those fish were following those bait fish back there. And that's, both Kirk and I were throwing the exact same spinnerbait. And again, that was 3/8 ounce size. Now what I was using was 20-pound Suffix Advance monofilament, and I like throwing monofilament when I'm throwing spinnerbaits and when I'm throwing topwater. So the 20-pound Advance was fantastic. Now the rod that I built for this actually started out as a 6/8 medium heavy with a fast tip, American Tackle Bushido blank, and I cut it down to 6/4. I wanted to be able to make quick and accurate casts. I still have a fast tip on here, but now I can make, with that shorter rod, it doesn't impede my throwing anywhere, especially when I want to get under tight objects with a spinnerbait, and that's what I really like doing. I have the brand new American Tackle 6-3-1 Pro Staff reel on here. This made a very light, easy setup. You know, it's been a long time since we had a good spinnerbait bite. Today was definitely a surprise, and it was definitely a lot of fun. Just eating that spinnerbait up. Look at that. Just ate it. Ooh, man. Ow. Perfect. One little tip I can give you. I do throw a spinnerbait or a trailer hook on my spinnerbaits, especially in clear water, and especially when I'm fishing smallmouth. That one got me good. But I usually don't throw a very big one on there. Like this one here is a 2/0 VMC. And it's big enough to definitely catch the fish, but I'm not getting hung up on everything. So that 2/0 is probably my favorite size, and works extremely well. It did on that fish. Hey, for this week's Get Bit tip, I want to tell you about these gloves, these fishing gloves. That last fish that I caught tore up my thumb pretty good. I just didn't have time to put my gloves on this morning. I was rushed. And I tore up the inside of my thumb pretty good because of the teeth on the inside were pretty rough. I've been carrying this Angler Aid kit with me a lot, and it's got this fantastic spray in here, this Angler Aid spray. Actually stopped that bleeding enough for me to put a little Band-Aid on it, and then I put my gloves back on. These are absolutely fantastic, and I should wear them all the time. It really cuts down on that bass thumb a lot. It's actually easier for you to grab the fish and release them. So if you haven't tried these gloves yet, they're not just there to look cool. They actually keep the sun off the back of your hands. But for me, it's a lot easier to grip fish and to release fish, and it keeps from tearing your hands up. There he is. There you go. Come on, buddy. There he is. Nice fish there. Yeah. That's what we want. That's what we want. Good. Get in the grass so I can get you out easier. Come here. This is just like unwrapping a Christmas present when you get one then. Come here. Get here. There we go. Look at the mouth on that thing. That's what we want. Who says that, look at that thing. Who says that you cannot catch big fish, no wind, on a spinnerbait? You know what we did today? We just targeted little isolated pieces of grass. Let's see what the Rapala weight on that one is. Nice. 467. We'll take it. We'll take it. Just a great scale there. Nice and easy. Undo it. We're going to put that fish back. I love it. I love it. See you, bud. See you, babe. Thanks. That was fun. Oh, that was fun. What a day today. What a day. Did not expect, not a breeze in the air, and we're out here catching them on spinnerbaits. But that shows you they're up chasing shad. They will hit that spinnerbait. Downsized it a little bit, put small blades on it, made long casts in clear water, and we caught them. Hey, thanks so much for joining us today. Hey, make sure to watch to the end of the show, because that's where we're going to put up all those discount codes so you can get some great deals on some great products that we use here on the show. Thanks so much for joining us. Next week we'll be on the road somewhere, someplace. Who knows? Hopefully having another great day out on the water. God bless you. I'm Jim Crowley. We will see you soon.
I'm going back, southern land. Babe, it's good to be back